hit is real good. We don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
It's a lot of money, why are you mad like that? Ooh, I'm in my new bag, my bag.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Minnesota Vikings. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Set, ready, 18, Gator. 54.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert
3. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A first carry now for Thompson. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First carry for James Conner. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Ready?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Conner. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Down, 30 base. Check, watch 54, watch 54. Get it.
Here's Greer. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Ready. 18 gator. Recon, 152 fighter.
Screen. Watch the screen. Shit. Whip. Watch the whip. Let's go.
On 1st and 10 is Counter. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A gain of 3, second down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they're running the jet sweep. This is Jeffrey. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Vikings pick up the football. The 20. 10. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. He has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Elliott good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Let's go now.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Go.
They start the drive with Counter. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Leo. 5.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
Let's see what you got.
Alpha.
51 the mic. I'm coming for you, son.
Throwing on 3rd down, Greer. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
Give them 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the slant.
Now it's Trubisky. Going to throw right side here, complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A first carry for Leonard Fournette. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 30, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
First down, Jets.
Here we go. 10 logo.
Watch 54, watch 54. Double dog, that's the way.
Go.
Who's that? Is that yours? Who's that? Check the backer. Check.
They'll run on first down. Connor. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Yep.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
Big rip.
On second down, it's Thompson. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
On third down, Greer. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up fourth.
He was covered by Stephon Gilmore.
Here's Jamie Gillandale as he'll kick it away for the second time. Here's Moore on the return. Oh, a 360. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
He's crashing.
On the ball. Let's go.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Ready to break. Get it.
Throwing on 2nd down. Greer. Hunter Henry brings it in. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
Ready? 60 out more.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. It's a party.
Snap.
This is Connor running right. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Greer. He's got Thompson here, complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now on 4th down, Doug Peterson turns it over to the field goal unit. And his kick here is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
And some room to roam now. But he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. He returns the kickoff an even 90 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
Ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Buying time to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time is definitely an or not.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and a yard at the 38-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now Trubisky to throw. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Now it's Trubisky. And he comes back with one complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Well, let's see who's faster.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. And it's a touchdown for the Jets. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick six really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
Extra point right down the middle. And it makes the score 21-10. This one taken from the 7. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at...
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Come on,
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Hey, Delta.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go, D.
Deep dribble.
Greer will look to throw on 2nd down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Bravo.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Ready?
From the gun on 3rd down, Greer. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Here's Jamie Gillendown as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Returning it is Moore. 12 yards on the return that time, and there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups we're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? It looks like they're ready to go.
55, right there in the middle, 55. I got you, punk. Mike 55, Mike 55.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. And he fires one incomplete. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
I got it. Right. He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. You got 3 down. Mike 55. We ain't giving up nothing today. Mike 55. Check.
From midfield now, here's Trubisky. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Oh, here we go. Hey! You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get there. Watch twist.
On 2nd down now, it's Thompson. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
I'm going to run you over. He's coming. We got to tell him what. Let's go.
Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Connor looking for space. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Greer. He's got Lockett. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 13-yard line.
Go. Watch out.
On 1st down, Thompson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Dixie Pittsburgh. Come on. Now. Check, boy, green.
On second down, it's Connor. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up fourth down. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. And his kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Rip right. Hey, alert. Hey, alert.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. A gain of 6 there on first. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions, even when you're taking some hits. Sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Now Leonard Fournette. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play there, second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They go play action. Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Let's see what they draw up here. Third and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. 55's my guy, 55. Hey, ball. Let's get off the field, D. Mark 55. Hey, D, that's smooth. Mike.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Right, 54. Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Check. Crunch. Deep rip.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, Charlie.
51, Mike 51. I'm coming.
Ready?
Greer operating from the gun. It's complete to Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, Greer looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Thompson. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
Last stop.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Hey, orbit. Hey. 54 Mike. Check. Watch 54. You ain't going nowhere. Hey, watch. Go.
Now it's Greer. Flushed out right. It's caught. Lockett. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Ready. Right there. 54 Mike. Come on.
Oh, they'll try the sweep. It's Lockett with it, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12.
Let's get it. Mike 54.
Greer now to throw. His throw incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late-game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
51 to Mike. All right, T, let's go. All right, T. 51 to Mike.
Now Greer. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that'll be incomplete. Now they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
1 score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
I don't think you got it, son. 51 to Mike, boy, 51. Check Mike.
They snap it to Greer. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Vikings defense is going to get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. They keep it with Fournette on first down. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. This is Fournette. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. On 3rd down, Fournette. They find some open field here. And he's going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. They come out here in the eye. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
Alert! 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Leonard Fournette, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. So the final seconds have ticked away in this Minnesota victory. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Minnesota, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you.